Hello, and welcome to English Echo. Today, we're talking about something that affects millions of people around the world. Interview fear. Have you ever prepared for an interview for days or even weeks, only to forget everything when the interview actually started? Have you ever walked into a room feeling confident and walked out wondering what happened? If your answer is yes, you're not alone. Many talented people fail interviews not because they lack skills, not because they lack knowledge, but because fear takes control. Today, let's understand why interview fear happens and how you can overcome it. Imagine two candidates. Both have the same qualifications, both have similar experience, both prepared for the interview. Yet one performs brilliantly while the other struggles. Why? The answer often lies in psychology. When you enter an interview, your brain doesn't always see it as an opportunity. Sometimes it sees it as a threat. Your heart beats faster. Your palms become sweaty. Your thoughts become confused. You start worrying about every word you say. And suddenly, simple questions become difficult. The fear of interviews usually comes from three sources. The first is fear of rejection. Nobody likes rejection. We all want acceptance. We all want validation. When an interview becomes connected to our self-worth, the pressure increases. Instead of thinking, I'm here to see if this role is a good fit, we start thinking, my entire future depends on this interview. And that thought creates anxiety. The second source of fear is overthinking. Many candidates spend too much time imagining worst-case scenarios. What if I forget an answer? What if they ask something difficult? What if I make a mistake? The problem is that these thoughts create stress before the interview even begins. Most of the things we worry about never actually happen, yet our minds treat them as reality. The third source is perfectionism. Many people believe they must answer every question perfectly, but interviewers are not looking for perfection. They are looking for confidence, honesty, communication, and problem-solving ability. A small mistake rarely destroys an interview. Panic often does. Let me tell you a story. A young engineer named David prepared for his dream job. For 2 weeks, he studied technical questions, he reviewed his resume, he practiced interview answers. He felt ready. But on interview day, everything changed. His first answer was not perfect. Immediately, he became nervous. His confidence dropped. He started focusing on his mistakes instead of the conversation. The interview became more difficult. Not because he lacked knowledge, because he lost confidence. A month later, David attended another interview. This time, he changed his mindset. Instead of trying to be perfect, he focused on being present. Instead of worrying about mistakes, he focused on communicating clearly. Instead of trying to impress everyone, he focused on having a conversation. The result? He received the job offer. The difference wasn't his knowledge. The difference was his mindset. Here is an important truth. Interviewers are human beings. They are not looking for robots. They know candidates become nervous. They know mistakes happen. What they want to see is how you handle pressure, how you communicate, how you think, how you respond. So, how can you reduce interview fear? First, prepare properly. Confidence grows from preparation. Research the company. Understand the role. Practice common questions. The more prepared you are, the calmer you will feel. Second, practice speaking out loud. Many people prepare silently, but interviews require verbal communication. Record yourself. Speak in front of a mirror. Practice with a friend. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes. Third, Focus on progress, not perfection. Your goal is not to give perfect answers. Your goal is to communicate effectively. Remember that. Fourth, arrive early. Rushing increases anxiety. Give yourself time to relax. Take a few deep breaths. Settle your mind. Start calmly. Fifth, change the way you think about interviews. An interview is not an interrogation. It's a conversation. The company is evaluating you, but you're also evaluating the company. Both sides are trying to find the right fit. Many successful people have failed interviews. Some failed multiple times. Some were rejected dozens of times. But they continued learning. They continued improving. And eventually, they succeeded. Every interview teaches you something. Maybe you learn a new question. Maybe you discover an area for improvement. Maybe you gain confidence. Even unsuccessful interviews provide valuable experience. No effort is wasted. If you have an interview coming soon, remember this. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to know every answer. You do not need to eliminate fear completely. You simply need the courage to show up and do your best. Fear may enter the room with you, but it doesn't have to control you. The next time you sit in front of an interviewer, remember, you earned that opportunity. You prepared for that opportunity, and you are capable of more than you think. Speak clearly, stay calm, be yourself, and trust your preparation. Thank you for listening to English Echo. If today's episode helped you, remember to keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself. Good luck in your next interview. And until next time, take care.